Hello, my name is Andy Foskett, and in this short video I'm going to run through the open meeting briefing for Staunton Harold Sailing Club. First of all, car parking. And when you arrive at the club you'll see we have a large car park behind the clubhouse. Please park sensibly. Remember, there may be 50 or 60 other competitors. Try to keep your trailers neat and tidy and not taking up too many car parking spaces. We have plenty of room in the dinghy park, 3 slipways, particularly the third slipway, which is the one at the far west of the site, furthest away from the clubhouse. Plenty of room there for you to rig up and keep your boats down on the dinghy park rather than up in the car park. Local rules, just run through any local rules that we have. We have a safety flag system, so please don't go afloat if there's a red flag flying from the main flag staff. We have an amber flag if it is a closed event, so not open to all members, say for instance a training event or an open meeting where there's no club racing. We have a yellow flag, so where competitors are allowed to go afloat at that point, and a green flag where anyone can launch. But the important one is when you see the red flag, please do not go afloat, or equally come ashore if you see it raised. Fishermen, we share the site with an angling club, and if they happen to be taking part in a competition on the day of your event, you'll notice fishermen on the north and west shores of the reservoir. Please show them respect for their sport by leaving at least 5 boat lengths from the shore when you're sailing close to those banks. In the event of an emergency, we would sound 4 loud hoots on the klaxon and evacuate the water as soon as possible. Again, the red flag would be flown. Okay, moving on to the racing, and everything else I'm about to say is clearly described in the sailing instructions, so I'd encourage everybody to download a copy of that. The sailing instructions and a link to the notice of race are available on the website. If you go to sailing, the sailing menu and the open meetings menu, from that you'll find next to your fleet, your event, the sailing instructions, the notice of race, also a link to the results, which is useful, and the online entry again. So download the sailing instructions, and but we'll run through the main points again now. The map of the water, at the bottom of that open meeting page you'll see a couple of buttons you can print off, some small maps of the water clearly showing the different marks. But we have marks 1 to 12 running anti-clockwise, starting at mark 1, which is just off the main slipway in front of the clubhouse, and the odd numbers are yellow and the even numbers are orange. In addition to those 12 marks around the perimeter, there are 4 blue marks. Closer to the dam is D, in the middle is M, near the farm is F, and towards the creek is C. So they're the marks that we'll be using for the courses. In terms of class flags, we hope that we will have your class flag, but if we haven't, then we will probably use flag H for the first start and flag M for a second start. If there's any change to that, then we'd let you know. The starting sequence will be the usual rule 26, so 5, 4, 1, go. And usually the racing will take place from the committee boat, so The course will be displayed on the back of the committee boat, which will be on station with an orange flag, and we'll have an outer distance mark to form a start line between the committee boat and the outer distance mark, which may be a mark of the course, usually a mark of the course, but doesn't necessarily have to be. And the only other option, which in exceptional circumstances we would run racing from the start box using a transit system, which you can see clearly in front of the start box, and an outer distance mark again. But it more than likely for an open meeting we would use a committee boat. When we have more than one fleet at an open meeting, then the fleet with the lowest PY number would usually start first, and the warning for the second fleet would be around roughly at the start of the first fleet. Not necessarily exactly at the start, you need to watch out for the flags. It depends on the race officer. In the event of a general recall for first fleet, then that first fleet would start at the back of the queue. So fleet 2 would go, and then the first fleet would restart after all subsequent starts. We would try to provide a lead boat, but it will be a safety boat, so depending on the conditions this may not be possible. So another reminder to download the notice of race to check for the number of races that are scheduled for your particular event. We would normally have a break between races, but watch out for an instruction from the OOD at the finish line to perhaps have a back-to-back race. And apart from that, I hope you have a great event, and please see our website for all the further information, and if you have any questions then email sailing@shsc.org. Thanks for watching.